welcome to the Blue Corner. My name is Dennis, and as usual, it's Sunday, so you know what that means. Another little collection update. I got 6 releases in this week, mostly Blu-rays. So let's just start off with the first one from CineAsia. I picked up The Wandering Earth 2, big blockbuster sci-fi story. So for those of you that don't know this at all, like I said, it is the sequel, or technically this is the prequel. So if you ever get around to wanting to watch this, you might want to start off with the second one. So the story on this one, the sun is about to engulf the earth and kill off the entire planet. So all mankind decides to move the earth and the moon out of the orbit further away. And like I said, it's a big blockbuster sci-fi natural disaster movie, I guess you can call it. And back in 2019, they did release the first one. Technically, most of the world have the first one on Netflix, if not all the world. It is Netflix bought the rights to the first one, and only China apparently does have a Blu-ray release of the first one. This set was pretty hard to get back then, and it is even harder to get now. So, but yeah, you do get, of course, the Blu-ray, and you get booklets. Why am I mentioning that? Well, if you want to watch the movie, Netflix is always an option. This one is pretty hard to get. Why I mention that is because this is technically the prequel of the story. This is how it all began, and then you get the first movie where they actually move the earth. So if you want to watch them, you're gonna want to watch the second one first, and then the first one second. And they do have a third one coming out, I do believe, in 2027. So the first one came out in 2019, the second one 2023, and then the third one in 2027. So it's a long progress of making these movies. But if you watch the movies, you can guess why. It is, like I said, big blockbuster sci-fi, and I wish I could have seen these movies on the big screen. Some of the visuals in them are great. So yeah, I highly recommend watching these movies, and Netflix is widely available. So yeah, if you're into sci-fi disaster movies, Wandering Earth is worth the watch. And let's just continue. From Umbrella, I picked up I Saw the Devil. I was lucky enough to find that when I found out that this had been released, the limited edition had sold out. So I was lucky enough to find a site in the UK that still had this one. This Umbrella put this one out alongside A Bittersweet Life. Sadly, I missed out on A Bittersweet Life, but it was this one I wanted the most. Brutal revenge story, and when I say brutal, it is brutal. But damn, it's such a good movie. It is, of course, Storm Shadow against Old Boy in a revenge. Yeah, if you haven't seen this one and you do like revenge stories, I highly recommend you watch this movie. But like I said, it is brutal, but boy, it's a great movie. So don't have any small kids running around if you watch this. I highly recommend this movie. That's gonna be the phrase of this video, I guess, because there's quite a few, most. Wandering Earth, really good. I recommend it. I don't highly. It's not for everybody. I Saw the Devil, not for everybody, but I highly recommend it. Let's see. From 101 Films, Black Label number 31, I picked up Memento. Of course, I've talked a little about this before, and being one I really wanted. Memento is still my favorite Nolan movie. And this one is a steelbook. And if you've been around my channel long enough, you know that I've stopped collecting steelbooks. So I was I'm not gonna say I bummed out when I saw this was a steelbook, but I kinda wish that it would have had a regular version. I of course wanted the limited edition box set for the remaining collection I have, but the steelbook, yeah, the standard version is coming out real soon, and I have thought about buying that and putting that in this box set, but yeah, well, I'll probably end up keeping the steelbook. At least it is a bit protected in this case, and it is a nice set. Let's see, if you've seen the movie, you know what all this is. The coaster, you get all the clues, Polaroids, all the, yeah, like I said, if you've seen the movie, you recognize all this. And I did watch the movie last night. Really nice revisiting this classic, and more booklets and everything. But then there's also, I completely missed this when I was looking at it the first time. You have this little envelope here, and there's a second disc. I don't know why they couldn't have put that in the steelbook, but it is what it is. And this is, of course, special features. But on the disc, there is a chronological version of the movie, which I'm actually quite tempted to watch now. Like I said, I watched the movie last night. I want to wait a couple of days. I I don't like watching the same movie that fast after I've already seen it. So I'm I'm tempted to watch the correct order. Oh, well, correct. That's not really the word for it, but piecing the puzzle together in the right order. it, I like movies that where you don't know what's going on. You have to guess what's going on. So it's gonna be interesting to see the movie put together in the right order. So hopefully I like that version too. Then we have Black Label number 32. Meat Cleaver Massacre. Never seen this before. I saw it last night, and already when they announced this edition, I was like, oh boy, there's another movie that's gonna make me question why am I collecting the Black Label series. And yes, exactly what I'm thinking now. Bad movie. Really bad movie. How they went from first The Following, and then Memento. Two great Christopher Nolan movies. Straight into Meat Cleaver Massacre. I have no idea. But of course, booklet. You get another booklet of the entire script. And then the disc. It is called Meat Cleaver Massacre. And yet, I don't remember a single meat cleaver in the movie. I don't know what that's about. But it is an occult slasher. You see, this teacher gets put in, well, technically, I guess it's a coma to begin with. He wakes up but can't speak or anything, and yeah, the four killers, perpetrators, whatever, criminals, whatever you want to call them, the guys that assaulted him and killed his family, gets taken out one after another. Yeah, it was just bad. If I had been in bed watching it, I would have fallen asleep without a doubt. Don't recommend this at all, unless you're like me, having to complete all the numbers on the spine. Yeah, like I said, I don't know why I keep collecting with movies like that. Well, let's just continue. Next, from Shout Factory or Shout Studios, I keep forgetting, I picked up Shaw Brothers Classics, Volume 3. More Shaw Brothers. Still haven't started Volume 1 or 2. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to them. But let's see which order. Let's just do this one. We have Shaolin Abbott and Shaolin Rescuers. We have The Deadly Breaking Sword and Clan of the White Lotus. I've actually seen Clan of the White Lotus. That is one 88 Films have put out, which I watched and quite enjoyed. So, yeah, double dipping. Life Gamble and Soul of the Sword. Never seen any of them. The Vengeful Beauty and Death Duel. Vengeful Beauty is another one 88 Films had put out. I do own, so I've seen that one. Quite enjoyed it. Also known as Flying Guillotine 3. We do have the Shaolin Avengers and the Web of Death. Never seen any of them. And then finally we do have Killer Clans. Don't know that one. Let's see. Collecting these Shaw classics from Shout Studios makes me question if I wanna try and complete the 88 Asia line. Asia 88 put out all the bunch of these Shaw titles with numbers on the spine, and they have now stopped. I'm missing, I do believe, 7 or 8, and some of the ones I've missed or still missing have been included in some of these sets. Some of the ones I do have are included in these sets. So I'm probably gonna stop trying to get the 88 ones. If we, I do know we're gonna get a volume 4 set 2, and volume 5 have been hinted at also coming out. So I don't, those damn spine numbers, I probably don't need to complete the 88 versions. So yeah, maybe just try and stick with Shout Studios. We'll see. And then finally for this week, we do have a single 4K. We do have Streets of Fire. More Walter Hill, Michael Pare, Willem Dafoe, who else? Rick Moranis. Great, great movie. I like this one quite a bit. And it is number 16 in the Shout Select, which I don't collect, thankfully. And thankfully enough, for those that do collect them, they did put out a Blu-ray version of this a few years ago with the number 16. So if you're upgrading, you can just replace the Blu-ray and it still match. You still have the same number on the spine. Great music, great action, over the top. Willem Dafoe, Walter. I'll pick up almost anything Walter Hill. I again highly recommend this one. It's a good movie in my mind, and now I do have it on 4K. So it does have what? Let's see. The 4K disc, the Blu-ray with the artwork they used back on the Blu-ray set. So it is just reused the Blu-ray, I guess, and then special features. I haven't watched the movie on 4K yet. Hopefully, real soon. And I'm a little bit interested in seeing what special features is in or is on this one. If there is anything with Walter on it. Not that I can see. Yeah, okay, well, it's another Walter Hill movie for the collection. So yeah, just another little update. And with that, please do remember to hit the like button on the way out. And hopefully, until next Sunday, peace out.